How's it going, YouTube? This is Danilo coming back at you with another video of just my sump. So I've gotten a couple requests on basically a closer breakdown of all the equipment in my sump and what I dose and basically how this thing works. So I'll break it down a little closer here. So as far as my Apex goes, I have the ALD, which is an automatic leak detection system, and that goes over here to these little sensors that will tell me if my sump is leaking. This is the WXM module, and this basically powers my Vortex and my Radion lights. As far as what I dose, people have been asking. I use regular hydrogen peroxide that I add a little bit each day, just a small amount. I use boron, and that kind of helps with the color red in the aquarium, and strontium. This says Phytofeast, but it's not. This is actually Lugol's, which is basically like iodine. This is the GFO that I use in my reactor, and this is my alkalinity. I use a 2-part dosing for calcium and alkalinity. I also have some magnesium back there. And what I do most of my dosing from, or at least my automatic dosing, is from this Bubble Magus. It's got 3 ports, one for calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium. And I use a CAD light skimmer, and this one is actually rated for like 250 gallons. And I have a 100-gallon tank with a 26-gallon sump. So as you can see, it's kind of overrated, but that is how I like to do things. So I have the PM2 for the Apex, and basically what that does is that goes over here to my probes. So I have pH, salinity, and temperature. A couple more things to break down for you. This is a UV sterilizer. It's an 18-watt UV sterilizer, and I mounted it up on the top. And what I do is I pull water from my GFO and carbon reactor, and it just flows back down here into my Chaeto refugium. And it's not just Chaeto, I got a couple different macroalgae in here. And then I have this little automatic smart ATO, which is dripping a little water right now as we speak. And so this is all RODI that I have in this little custom box I had built here. And let's see what else. So I also dose Acro Power, and that's pretty much it. This is the test kit that I use to basically keep up on my aquarium. It's calcium, KH, magnesium, and you know, I don't test as much as some guys do. Some people get really into testing. Personally, I test when I see a little bit of an issue. I can usually tell just by the look of my tank if I need to adjust or change something. Yeah, so basically that's what's going on down here in the sump. Another thing is these bio bricks. People kind of wonder what they are and why I use them. I'll take a show of my displays, even though the lights are off. You know, I don't use any live rock. This is all real reef, and what that means is I have no pests, and it also means that I start off with, you know, I don't have as much porous surface area to get my biological filtration going, and that's what these bio bricks do. If you look closely, I don't know if you can see, but there's lots of stuff living in here. I got sponges, pods, a lot of pineapple sponges, and just, you know, a lot of little filter feeders. And this stuff really, really works great for me. You know, I started this tank with nothing but bacteria. You know, I added my own bacteria to get my cycle going, rather than, you know, using a ton of live rock. So there you go. Here's the update for the people that want to know what is going on in the sump. And you know, just to let people know, the people have been asking, this is how everything runs. It runs off this apex here, which basically gives me a good idea of what's going on with everything. And yeah, there you go.